Hi everybody, as I'm here, your transformation coach and founder of Heal the Heart, I empower you to achieve mental and emotional clarity, find your purpose, and take actions toward a more fulfilled and happier life. This is another video from the Bits of Inspiration series where women come to share their stories with the hope that they empower and inspire other women to live a more fulfilled life. And hopefully, their experiences will help you to get through life a little bit easier. We are here with Christina Brocato, who, in her own words, she is a career driven woman, a wife, a mother, and an accidental caregiver. She's here to share her story about how the turns and twists on her path has led her to learn how to navigate through the difficult emotions of resentment, anger, leading to acceptance and self-discovery and much more. Thank you so much, Christina, for being here. I love that you were able to join me and share your story.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
You used to be in fashion.
Yes, I did. I was passionate about that, and my husband and I met in Atlanta, and we moved to New York City, where I pursued my career in fashion. And living there for 10 years, we decided to move to LA, and so 25 years in the fashion business, and I loved it. I was passionate about it. And I say was, and it just lost meaning for me. And so I was always a seeker, and that came in the form of, trying different religions, and that was trying to get in touch with spirit and community, and learning more about religions from all over the world and philosophy. And so I found one day on a Google search energy healing, and I was still working in the fashion business then, and I decided to take classes, and then all my life made sense. How I was a counselor to many, a mediator, so I realized that, I wanted to go, and I decided, well, I'm going to do this for others. I'm going to become a counselor. Well, and get the certification. Well, I realized that I wasn't going to heal others alone, that the real work was going inside and digging deep and healing myself. And that's where the real change happens. And then that's when you work on yourself and go inside, that just ripples out. And then you watch yourself change, and your whole world changes around you. I look at my world now, my family, my world, my life, 2 years, in the last 2 years, it's dramatically different. And I'm so much happier because I'm so much more present. It's so chaotic the last 2 years.
Yes,
And
which we're going to be talking about. It is actually the way that I've got to know you is that you going within and getting to know yourself, and coming from a deeper place that is helping you navigate the challenges that you are dealing with in your life today. So tell us a little bit more about that. Is that okay?
Oh, of course. Today, we live in Santa Clarita. I have, with my husband of 24 years, we have 2 kids, 13-year-old son and a 14-year-old daughter. And now my mother-in-law is living with us, and that's my accidental caregiver. That's my full-time job. I was full force 2 years ago, ready to start my business out of the home. My husband and I had partnered on the decision that it was a good time to do that. So I left fashion, and she came to visit us at the beginning of July, and at the end of August, I took her to the ER. She had some extreme stomach pain, and the doctors called me the next day after they kept her overnight and told us that she had acute myeloid leukemia. And she's 86 years old. We were really excited that she felt well enough to come fly out to visit us. At that time, also, my daughter, who has suffered from debilitating anxiety issues since she was 11, and had been in therapy, and we decided not to put her on any sort of medication right away. So she was going through a lot in her new school. Martha was in the hospital, and which is at City of Hope in Duarte. So that was 100 miles round trip from Santa Clarita, and then managing my daughter's anxiety, which was causing serious problems at school. Then my sister-in-law flew in from Atlanta the family was coming in to say their goodbyes to my mother-in-law. Had her own physical issues. I had to take her to the doctor. She didn't drive. So I had my daughter, my sister-in-law in my space, and my mother-in-law. My son. We couldn't, there were times where I realized that, I need to check in
With your son,
with
the
our
quiet
son,
one.
the quiet one, tapped in. There was so much going on that he needed to release. So he was shoving it down, shoving it down, shoving it down. There was no space for him. He could feel that, And so, being aware of that, and my husband, our relationship, and maintaining communication, because my natural tendency is, when I have a lot of stuff going on, when I have stress, is to go inside and process. But when we had so much going on in our lives, we needed some connection. So there was a lot of things to be really conscious of and try to remove the pressure and, beating myself up for, I know I should do this. I know I should be doing that. I know I should meditate, this morning before I do anything. Or I know I should put something healthy in my mouth.
All the shoulds.
Right.
The critical voice.
Exactly.
We're so good at that.
Yes, and it's not serving us. So it's a process, and it's just the awareness to bring it back to present. Okay, and releasing expectation for everything, and removing your attachment to those shoulds. Exactly. Why should you?
Who says
Who
you should?
says that? Yeah, all of those limiting beliefs and things that you were told, and the things just that immersing yourself, especially in times of immense challenge, with everything that raises your vibration, that makes you feel good. Listen to books that inspire you. Listen to Azam's, stories of inspiring people. Your story is going to be different. Your modality and process of healing isn't going to be like anybody else's.
Exactly.
But those stories,
it opens your eyes, and it allows you to grow and to look at what is limiting. And what else could you do, or how else could you do this that would be beneficial and more positive to you, and then as a result to other people? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. That's a great reminder.
My job right now is taking care of everyone else.
Taking care of everyone else.
So how are you taking care of you? And where are you right now? Are you at a place of resentment and anger still? If
No.
okay, so how did you get through that first, and then where are you now as far as taking care of you, feeding your soul?
Well, because I was ready to start my, new practice, and then this happened with my mother-in-law. And then after the holidays, it started to. The waves came of the negative emotions that I felt. It was. I had to adjust to caretaking to her and what that involved. I realized pulling myself back in self-analysis and why am I feeling this way? Where is it sitting in my body? Can I communicate that to her? Can I just put it out there and move through those emotions? How does my body want me to do that? And so, it changed. It changed. One day it was just for an hour, lock yourself away and just be absolutely quiet. And saying no to those things that I wanted to, would have enjoyed doing before, but because I needed the space to fill up, would be saying, no to friends, saying no to volunteering at the kids' school. I was really excited about, part of the reason why not having a full-time busy job in
What
fashion.
I'm taking away from what you're saying is that you basically started looking at your situation and you strip everything down to the basic needs and necessity for you to operate fully as you. And how can you fill your own cup? What are the things that you need to fill your own cup? Everything else still existed out here, but if you were not full, you would not be able to take care of everything else around you.
Yeah.
You would not be able to keep your home, your marriage, your kids, your mother-in-law, everything together. So your realization of that at the center of everything, it is me, and I need to take care of me. So if I need to go into a room for an hour just to stay quiet or to take a 5-minute nap or do something, I need to do that.
I need to do that.
Exactly.
And then also,
Oh, sorry. And you move because so many of us women look at things like this as being selfish.
right.
So you went beyond that chattering and that label, and you understood that this is not selfish. This is you living. And if you want to be alive fully, you need to do this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And communicating that to,
Okay.
whether it be my kids, my husband, my mother-in-law. I'm sorry, I'm really tired right now, so I'm just going to take some time for myself.
Thank you so much, Christina,
Thank
for
you
sharing your
so
story. Because
much.
every one of us have a nugget that can help somebody else. We never know.
Yes.
So thank you so much for
Thank
doing
you.
this. If
Thank
you have
you.
a story to share, contact me at aazamirilian@healtheheart.com and let's get together and chat. Take care. Bye-bye.